Hey guys! So today I'm going to talk about something that I really personally relate to, and that is how to have a healthy relationship with social media. I know that social media is very prominent nowadays, so I feel like it's very important to address the fact of how toxic social media can be and just how to build a good relationship with it so that you can take control and you can still use social media but without destroying your mental health. So I wrote down a bunch of things on just how social media has affected my life. The first thing I'm going to talk about is when I first started using social media. I remember I was in 6th grade and one of my friends would talk about this app Instagram all the time, and I didn't know what it was. I never heard of it, but I was intrigued by it. I was like, oh, that's so cool, like you post pictures and you get to look back on all these memories. So I believe in 6th grade that same year I made an Instagram and I posted freely. I posted every single thing that I did, like me at an ice arena, me at a park, me I don't know, dressing up, me with cool hair, me with my friends. And I posted whenever I felt like it, and I didn't care about the numbers, I didn't care about followers, likes, anything like that. I just posted for fun to have memories. At first I didn't see social media as a bad thing, and it was just another thing in my life that didn't really matter, but that I had fun using. How it became unhealthy for me is I started comparing myself to others. I would wonder why one of my friends would get more likes than me, or why my friend had more followers than me, and not even just my friends. I started comparing myself to just people that would come up on my explore page. I'd be like, oh, why does this person get more likes than me? What do they have that I don't? And then I quickly fell into the hole of just comparing not only numbers but physical traits, clothing, everything like that, even just lifestyle. I was like, wow, all these people are going to all these beautiful tropical locations and posting the coolest pictures and videos. I wish I could do that. And I just really got into a really unhealthy relationship of just constantly comparing myself to others. I started picking out all the little things that I didn't like about my life or that I didn't like about myself, and really it was just based off unrealistic standards that made no sense for me to compare myself to, and really I should have just been working on being my best self. I found myself just being angry that I didn't have the cool things that other people had, and that I wasn't living the life that these crazy Instagram influencers were, and it was just not a good way to live. I wasn't grateful, and I should have been, because really I know now that I live a really good life and I'm surrounded by amazing people, and I've had so many incredible opportunities that I should be grateful for, and I'm very fortunate. And you know, I'm not the richest person alive, but I don't know, it's all about the way that you look at it, and it's really hard to fall into just this negative pit of comparing yourself to others. So yeah, because I realized that I had a really negative relationship with social media, I decided that I wanted to gain control of how I lived my life. I wanted to try and find a good balance. The first thing that I did after realizing that social media was destroying my mental health was I took breaks. There's actually a feature on Instagram where you can disable your Instagram without deleting it, and this way you can't physically log into your account until you have re-enabled. I don't know the word for it. I don't know. Until you've turned it back on. So that was just a good way for me to just go away from Instagram for a while and live my life and stop comparing myself to others. And along with this, I would delete the Instagram app multiple times, and I would delete Snapchat. Sometimes these breaks were just so nice, and I wouldn't think about social media. The least you can do is take a couple of breaks. You owe it to yourself, and it's just nice to get away from it. Just live the best moments that I ever have without my phone. So yeah, definitely taking breaks from your phone is probably the most important thing, I would say. So you have to know when it's starting to overwhelm you. Another thing that I did, I started using it to express my artistic side. So once I realized there were all these cool ways to edit pictures, I wanted to find out how I can do that, and I wanted to find ways to express myself through my pictures. So I found a bunch of apps, and I would add drawings to my pictures. I would I would adjust the lighting and all that stuff until I really liked the way that the picture looked. I would find ways to make my feed look cohesive, just pretty, I guess. I mean, I just wanted my account to look the way that I wanted it to look and the way that I liked it looking. So I definitely used Instagram as a way to express my art and my artistic side, and sometimes there's a negative connotation with editing your pictures, but it doesn't have to be. I actually really enjoy editing my pictures. It's something I've always liked to do. I've actually heard about a couple of people judging me because I care about it too much, but I just like editing. I like making my pictures go from, average to cool. I don't know. I like editing. I always have, and I probably always will. Once I started realizing that I was actually pretty decent at editing, I started using this to my advantage, and I created my own Instagram business, I guess you would say. It's called Dresta Designs if you want to follow. And so I used that artistic editing side of me and I put it into a business. So basically I paint things and draw things for other people, and then I post pictures of them, and I would try and make it look cool. And through social media, I've made so much money. People see these accounts, and it's an easy way to just connect with other people. I've gotten a decent amount of sales just from word of mouth of me physically telling people, hey, like, you want to make cool college shoes? I can do them for you. But I've definitely reached way more people than I ever could have imagined just by making an Instagram account for my designs. So that's definitely a great way to use social media to your advantage. If you're thinking of starting a business, freaking do it. You would be surprised how many people will actually buy your products. I mean, I was. So that was definitely one of the biggest things that I really appreciate from social media now, is how it's helped me get a lot of money. And it's doing something that I love. Again, I'm just literally painting things for people and they're paying me for it, so it's pretty cool. So one of the most important things that I did in changing my outlook on social media is I stopped caring and checking my followers, my likes, all that stuff, because in the grand scheme of it, it really doesn't matter. And if people don't want to follow you, then that's fine, and those people really shouldn't make a difference to you, and it shouldn't matter. And same thing goes for likes. People don't want to like your picture, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean they hate you, it just maybe they didn't see your picture. It's just a like. It's not really changing anything. Unless you're an actual big influencer who actually makes money based on likes, which I don't even think that's a thing, then it just, likes really don't matter. They don't define who you are. There's definitely a lot of people who will judge you based on your followers and your like, but if someone's gonna judge you based off something like that, then you do not want them in your life anyway, so you're really not losing much. Another huge thing that changed social media for me, I started following inspirational accounts that spread positivity rather than accounts that just, like, I don't know, showed unrealistic pictures. I just started following accounts that making me feel good about myself, and that would post a cute quote or something every day, and stuff that would just relate to me personally, and that totally changed my feed. Another way social media can positively impact your life rather than negatively is it's a great way to make connections. I have reached out to a couple of people randomly, sliding into their DMs, asking like, oh, I don't know, maybe where'd you get your outfit? Or before I went to college, I'm pretty sure I reached out to a couple people at different colleges and I would ask them how they like it and for any advice. And just stuff like that, where you can slowly build connections to know some more people that you maybe wouldn't have ever spoken to in real life. But you also never know who you might be talking to. Maybe somewhere down the line someone will be like, oh, that's the girl who reached out to me and for whatever reason, and oh, hey, I have a job opportunity for, I don't know, something like that. You never know. There have been a couple of times where I've been at random places, whether it was my job or getting my hair done, stuff like that, where I've just straight up asked people if they're looking for anyone to work their social media account. And you'd be surprised how many people want that right now, because social media is up and rising right now. So it can never hurt to ask. If you really like social media, it could give you a job. And I have worked managing a couple of Instagram accounts, and it's actually really fun. I love to do it. Oh, by the way, if you haven't watched my past videos, I am an advertising and public relations major, so this stuff is kind of up my alley. But yeah, so if you're someone like me who really enjoys social media, the good side of it, then use that to your advantage. Use it. Use it. Reach out to people. You never know who will say yes. I've been rejected a couple of times. People have been like, no, sorry, not looking for that. But you never know who's gonna say yes. You'd be surprised. The last thing I have down is unfollow those unhealthy accounts that just make you feel like shit about yourself. You don't have to follow them. No one's making you follow them. There's a big old unfollow button. Okay, so I know that I've talked a lot, but I really hope this video did help some people out there. Sorry if it didn't. This is just based on my own personal experience. I'm hoping to make a video soon of how I edit my pictures, so I can show you guys some cool ways to express your own artistic self into your pictures and make them look the way that you want them to look. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to create that video soon. Let me know if you guys actually want that video, or if you really just don't care to see how I edit my Instagram pictures. I know editing isn't for everyone. I've had some people who think that I over-edit my pictures, so it's really just based on taste. But if you guys do want that video, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope this helped people out. As always, stay safe and healthy. Love you guys.